Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here. And in Google News, their AI overviews feature, you might have seen it, you might have used it, it leaves a lot to be desired, and it's amusingly dangerous. So we're going to look at some of the worst and funniest examples that we've got. But let's dive into AI first before we talk about this, specifically about hallucination. Now, at this point, most people understand what AI hallucination is, but it's simply this. Essentially, it lies to you. It just makes things up. And one of the most amusing stories I have is a prosecutor walking into federal court with 6 separate cases that ChatGPT created for it in order to reinforce the precedent for why the judge should vote his way. And the judge came back and said, "What are you doing in my court? None of these exist." And the prosecutor basically had to say, well, I went to ChatGPT to get this. I actually asked ChatGPT if these were actual real cases that I could find in Westlaw, one of the major databases for legal precedent here in the United States. And ChatGPT said, of course, these are completely legal. The prosecutor, thinking this was some kind of, Google search on steroids, essentially presented this. And now if you walk into federal court in Texas, you have to sign a waiver saying you didn't get it from ChatGPT or an artificial intelligence. And if you did, a human put eyeballs on it and checked it, which is the way it should be. And that brings us to Google. So let's get to it. And I think at the heart of this, if I'm thinking about Google, at the core heart of this is the trust that we have placed in big tech. Whether we realize it or not, for decades now, Google search results have been a gold standard for pretty much everyone looking for any kind of information. Over 90% of the planet uses Google for searching. And if you are a nerd like me, you might say, well, I use Startpage, I use DuckDuckGo, I use whatever. But at the end of the day, the vast majority of the world, by far, it's not even close, uses Google. And so their AI, well, it's kind of poisoning that well. And so Google's experimental AI overviews tool, you might have seen it when you type in something and boom, you see a quick answer, under Google. It's not working for everything, but it's about 40% of all answers or so given some studies. The AI overviews tool has told some of the craziest things to people that have run queries. So for example, one of the users searching on how to make a cheese stick to pizza better, in other words, the cheese keeps sliding off the pizza, AI overviews said that it could use non-toxic glue to solve that problem. Interestingly enough, the founder of The Onion, the satirical newspaper, I grew up reading The Onion, it's absolutely hysterical, Tim Keck, he gave another example on X, aka Twitter. Now, in his post, the first screenshot showed the response to the query, how many rocks should I eat each day? AI overview from Google said, quote, according to UC Berkeley geologist, people should eat at least 1 small rock per day. End quote. And we'll get to why it said that. Another user asked it how to clean their washing machine, and it told them how to make chlorine gas by combining chlorine bleach with white vinegar. Another one, it added the term my kid's favorite to a smoothie recipe, therefore implying AI overview had a child, and obviously it was borrowing language from a recipe website. AI overview also advised, quote, you should aim to drink at least 2 quarts, 2 liters of urine every 24 hours. First things first, I don't think anybody wants to drink pee, and 2 quarts is not 2 liters. In one of the more dangerous examples, a user, just known as Gary, posted a screenshot of AI overview responding to the search, quote, I'm feeling depressed. And the answer that it gave essentially is, one of the ways you can handle that is by committing suicide, jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. AI overview also suggested that it's always safe to leave a dog in a hot car. Now, it would back this information up by pointing out that the Beatles, yes, the famous British invasion, released a song with that title. AI overview also appears to believe that a dog has played in the NBA as well. Now, some of these answers appear to be based off of Reddit comments, people probably joking. Other satirical sites like The Onion get caught up in this as well, where it will reference an Onion link underneath its answer so that you can go and look. And The Onion obviously is a very satirical and funny publication, but it really underscores the point of the issue that we have here. People have this longitudinal trust in Google, and if they are getting this kind of information, they may think, yeah, combining chlorine bleach with white vinegar seems like a really good idea to clean my washing machine, and gas themselves. So this is really, really dangerous as much as it is amusing at this point, but it really underscores the other problem that Google has. Google is notorious for putting products in quote-unquote beta mode and then unleashing them in the world. Every product that is now stable, from Gmail to other Google products, was in beta mode. And so Google has the ability to say, well, if you're using it It's in beta mode, I'm sorry. But I don't know how to turn it off and on by default. I'd have to go looking for that because as I simply open up Chrome or Brave or another browser and type in something, it's automatically there. And so by virtue of that, it can set a dangerous precedent, especially if it's spewing demonstrably false and dangerous information. So amusing that it says drink urine, there's going to be that person out there that says, oh my God, I've clearly not kept up on the science, and goes ahead and does that. So this is obviously a huge issue. We're going to see where this goes. But until then, I really, really, really highly recommend Google make it more of an opt-in. Give us the ability to say that with a huge disclaimer saying these may not be accurate. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. The point is we don't know, and the point is it's poisoning the well. And if we're going to maintain trust in search results, this is a thing that can happen. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. Thanks, everybody.